Roadrunner.
And that's why I chose to use the flavored lube. Okay?
First line. First line out of the gate.
That was a good one.
That sound could only mean it's Sunday. This is Mayhem's Amigos. I am TJ. That is Adam. That right there is the chronic one, smoking it up. Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you for joining us.
By the end of the show, hopefully I will have this done and y'all can see what I'm painting here.
Cool. I will say that welcome to our users that are going to be joining us on Twitch. And please remember the first rule of the chat room on Twitch is do not make fun of Lemmy.
Fuck with Lemmy, them's fighting words.
Yep.
Don't care who you are. You talk shit about Lemmy, I'm hunting you down.
God.
Two people you do not touch. Eddie Van Halen and Lemmy.
There it is. I am getting ready to copy our YouTube link and put that into not only the Mayhem group chat. Ah, God, I'm getting to hear me. Okay, that could go away now. I heard me. No. But I'm going to put that in the Mayhem group chat and then send it out to a couple of people I know like to listen to the show, but they are so lazy. They don't pay attention to the alerts. So they need to know when we go live, you know?
Yeah.
They just make more work for me. I don't like that.
Hey, it's job security.
No, I am supposed to be at this juncture. I'm supposed to be lazy.
Well, you're not retired yet. You came out of retirement for this. Come on now.
But I am slightly retarded.
Well, there was no doubt of that.
Oh, man.
You're kind of like an old school distributor that ain't firing right. A little bit retarded.
Well, I know that. All right.
And I can say that word because I suffer from mental illness.
So do I.
Same here.
My wife straight up said today, going down the highway, your Tourette's is really showing. I'm like, well, you woke me up at 4 a.m. and I couldn't smoke.
Dude, I'm
medication.
I know for a fact that I suffer from mental illness. You know how I know?
Because you deal with us and we're mentally ill?
Like I said, look at my friends.
The way I see it, I don't suffer from it. I enjoy every fucking minute of it.
Okay, yeah, you got me there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have my moments.
Man. Oh, I got to tell you guys. All right, so everybody remembers what I was saying on Thursday night about my relationship and what's going on and what kind of a disaster I'm kind of dealing with that I made myself. You know, again, got myself in trouble. Good for me.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a knack for it.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I'm good at getting myself into some deep shit here.
When don't you?
You know, I think I'm allowed to, though. You know, I'm allowed to get myself into trouble. Because it makes for a good show later.
That it can.
So, long and the short of it is there was some severe discussion over the course of this week, or over the course of the weekend, right?
Right.
Very in-depth discussion between me and the other half, and some things were resolved. And then I gotta tell you, man, like, she has this ability, right? We're talking on the phone.
Okay.
Kids are asleep. Of course, I'm here at home by myself. Kind of seeing where this is going, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We get into some private speak.
Oh,
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're woofda. Telling you, like, dude, I'm telling you what. Like most of the time, dude, I walk in the door, I go to sleep. I'm not doing much. I'm not talking to many people. That's about it, right?
Right.
She and I talk for a little bit. I talk to Adam when I'm at work. I talk to Chris when I'm at work. I try to talk to pretty much everybody I know while I'm at work. Because when I walk in the door, I just don't want to be bothered.
Now, to be fair, when I've needed you, like while you were sleeping, you woke up.
I will wake up and answer the phone because everybody knows what my hours are, and I don't hide it. So, if I get a phone call, hey, I need you to blah blah blah, and I've got to get up and discuss it, then I'm going to get my ass out of bed, right?
Right.
I'm looking for pudding.
Banana pudding. Banana pudding.
There we go. There's pudding. What's up, Timmy?
Yo, yo, yo.
So, like I said, right? I'm pretty much laying there, and she and I are talking. I just walked in from work. Rage actually called me en route home from work, and interrupts my ride home. I'm sitting there, I'm having a cup of coffee, everything else, right?
On the bike?
Yeah, I rode the bike in.
Never interrupt a man on his motorcycle.
Yeah, so Rage interrupted me on the bike. See how he is?
What a dick.
Yeah, he's good at it. And he's talking, and he was making, like, no sense.
He's been doing that a lot.
Dude, I have had conversations with him lately that I'm like, you remind me of when you were on drugs. I mean, it's just that weird. Like, when he was on drugs, it reminds me of when he was on drugs. I love Rage to death, don't get me wrong, but that was a very, very good reminder of when he was on drugs. Anyway, I get home, and then he calls me back. And then I finally get to talk to my other half. And she was in a mood. She was in a mood, baby.
So in a good way.
Oh, man. And we're going back and forth. And we're going back and forth. Next thing you know, I am harder than Chinese arithmetic. Like, God, you better be glad that you are not here. There's no such thing as knock the bottom out. It's blow the bottom through the top. I mean, I was like, I wanted to get in there and go, tear it up.
Was it a video chat?
Yeah.
I wanted to get in there so bad that I wanted to ruin it for anybody else that might want to touch it.
Again,
just wanted to destroy it. Where it's only good for me, Like beyond repair. I don't know how well that'd work with just 2.5 inches, but by God, I was going to give it my all. Give it the good college try, damn it.
So we were sitting there, and I waited all week to get the kids out of the fucking resort and have some alone time with my wife. And
Right.
I'm counting down the minutes until everyone gets the fuck out of there. And she's like, "Be patient. It's a lot better when you wait." Not for you, it ain't.
There you go. Tim says it right there. Underachieving at its finest. I'm
Margaret
okay
Thatcher
with
playing
underachieving.
baseball. Margaret Thatcher playing baseball.
Hey, as long as she's happy with what she's getting, you know, I will underachieve all day long as she is happy with it. There have been multiple times I've had to drop my pants, and she goes, "Who are you gonna please with that?" And I say, "Me."
That's about it.
Yeah, you know.
You just have to make a circular motion so that a part of you is always touching a part of her.
Oh, okay. So like on Californication, I've got to do the El Ronco, where I've got the whole swivel of the hips, right? Yes, I did, Timmy. I miss your commentary quite a bit. Julie, hey, how's it going? I see that you are a part-time wife again. I'm sorry. I know Adam's not enjoying being a part-time husband. Pretty soon his Muppet will come up and kick his butt for it, too.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say to all the people in Florida and Georgia that I said I was going to visit along the way, I'm sorry. Hurricane had other plans, and then
Right.
literally we had to spend an extra day in Georgia because my wife ended up in the hospital yesterday.
Oh, shit. What's going on there?
She's got a lung virus.
A lung virus.
Yes.
Okay, so remind me to not visit you for like a month.
Oh no, it's not contagious. But she was just really worried because she's had sepsis before.
Okay.
And we got to watch out for that now.
And say, while you were in Georgia, did you even bother stopping by Irene's to see how she was doing? Maybe she could have put you up for the night.
I went past. Oh no! This was in an hour south of Macon. Was where we ended up, and she ended up in the hospital. And I went past Irene's at about 5 o'clock, 5:30 this morning. I didn't think she wanted to be.
Yeah, Irene probably would have been a little upset if you're waking her up at 5:30 in the morning.
But I don't know what everyone's problem with Atlanta is. I never had a problem.
Dude, you went through in the middle of the night.
And 5 o'clock on Sunday morning.
I mean, that's why you didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
By the way, I
tell you what, coming out of Orlando, I was glad we were heading north because traffic going into Orlando was backed up all the way to the Georgia line.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Little Florida Georgia line going on, huh?
That's where that shitty music came from.
That had to be it. Chicken kicking music. That's what that is.
Chicken fucking music?
Could be that too. Now, Tim says he'd never been to Atlanta. Tim, have you ever been too far out of Rhinelander? And Julie's right. That is
up there where
Roy.
Roy. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying is it's like, you know, you've got all of this going on. I sent out a lot of YouTube links today, and thank you everybody for tuning in. I see you guys I see we've got a bunch that are in the chat room ready to go. Please, by all means, call me on my bullshit.
Let me hit up Roy. Let him know.
Yeah, go ahead and hit up Roy and let him know we're live. He'll cry if we don't.
Don't do that, phone.
But no, you know what? I gotta give our listeners and our fans and everybody just the biggest props and the biggest thank you. Yeah, especially during all this trying times that we've been having right now. All the trying times and everything that we've been going through recently, you guys have kept us going, and I love you and I thank you for it. And it's been great. I mean, I absolutely love having you guys in the chat room and going and talking to each other. And even if I don't say anything, I'm sitting here reading the feed and I'm just laughing. Corey says that the only time that he has had issues driving in Atlanta was the last time he went to Disney. Oh, coincidentally. And they hit standstill traffic at 1 a.m. Traffic was backed up to Florida. Obama was in town, and they closed down the interstate. And he was stuck in downtown for 2 hours. Was Macon, 90 minutes south of Atlanta.
We were looking to stay in Macon.
Yeah.
But then my wife looked up something, and we found out that Macon, Georgia, has the highest crime rate in the United States.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay there.
And I said, nope, we ain't staying there. Fuck that.
I would have gotten up
in Warren Robins, pretty much right down the road from Robins Air Force Base.
You know, I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? Chris, I don't know if I've told you about this or not. There is a guy that was on the old show. I'm not going to say his name, but he was on the old show. And he has, I'm telling you, man, it's nuts. He has this weird, strange, perverted, kind of almost stalkerish obsession with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Why is that name so familiar?
Georgia representative, Congress.
Oh, okay.
Crazy bitch, says that Jewish space lasers are a thing or something. But yeah, dude, like he's obsessed with her. I mean, I think that if she sat on his face and suffocated him,
he would die happy.
He'd die in heaven because he just got to lick Marjorie Taylor Greene where she peed. I mean, he's that obsessed with her, right?
So we were playing this game. I don't remember if it was Words with Friends or not Words with Friends. Oh my God. Stir the Pot, or what's that other game? With all the
Cards Against Humanity?
Cards Against Humanity.
No, I love that game.
And my stepdaughter tried to say, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one at the table who knows who AOC is. And I'm like, excuse me? You do know I do like radio and stuff, so I gotta kind of loosely keep track of that shit just for current events if needed.
You know, I gotta say that a lot of AOC's politics I'm not in line with, but
she needs to go back to bartending.
A ball gag, I would definitely give her the high hard one.
Oh yeah. I mean,
she's fucking hot. I would definitely.
If she could shut the fuck up.
Alexandria,
definitely.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I mean, I would, dude. Oh yeah.
You know, and if Kamala
I would ask you
shut the fuck up, she's not half bad looking.
I would ask the old
I
lady.
heard that too, Corey.
Right, I hear. Yeah, Corey says he hears AOC makes a mean margarita.
She also does a killer Bloody Mary and a bomb ass fucking mojito.
Well, you know, and like I said, man, I mean, I would love to, like AOC. Oh, dude, that's one of the few that I would be like, honey, no, really, we need this for a 3. This is one that we need to make an exception, and we need this for a threesome. And then I would listen to the arguments about how we cannot have a politician in the bedroom But I'd still be sitting there going, no, dear, no, really. Look at her. And she makes good margaritas. We really need to invite her in and make this a threesome. And yeah, AOC is one of the few that I would start advocating for a threesome, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately, she's probably making those margaritas for Pelosi and Kamala.
Oh no, she needs to. Oh, I guess she made one for Ted Cruz recently. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. She's got her agenda, and I get it. But
Every politician does.
yeah, every one of them does. Here's the problem that every politician runs into is we're getting less and less at the point of, hey, you work for us, and more at the point of they think they run everything.
That's what I say every single day. If I get pulled over, before they ask for anything, I want to know why you pulled me over. And if you want to know why I'm asking the questions, it's because you work for me.
I pay my fucking taxes.
My taxes pay your salary. My taxes pay Congress's salary. My taxes pay the president's salary. And all that other bullshit they give money to comes out of me and you, Joe taxpayer.
Then they should really make sure to get a better toilet paper.
But for us, the common Joe, taxation without representation is illegal. But these fuckers are taxing my ass and not representing me to the... Don't get me started on politics.
I'm trying not to, but you're kind of on a roll. Welcome to our new Twitch listeners.
Ladies and gentlemen, we really don't get political here, but...
No, we try not to.
And I'm not targeting any specific party. I'm targeting them all.
Right. But no, you know what I'm saying is it's like there's so much that's out there that's going on. And I'm looking at all angles. Like, again, if AOC was to show up, I had my other half. Now, I honestly would not sleep with AOC. I cannot believe these words are about to come out of my mouth. God damn it. I've become whipped.
Give a mean Hummer.
Dude, I'm getting ready to say this, and it tells me I'm whipped. And that sucks. I would not sleep with AOC unless my other half was here and in there with me. I could not do it in good conscience.
We're double fisting tacos, boys.
Oh, let's see. Corey says that he saw a meme the other day that he totally agreed with. If your country has enough money to send to other nations, your taxes are too high. Pipe bomb.
Yeah.
I gotta agree. No, I mean, why are we sending over millions and billions in aid? Steve says last time
be big brother to the world.
Steve says last time he was in Georgia, he got a speeding ticket for doing 90 and a 65. Damn it!
Oh, dude, I did 90 all through Atlanta.
But you get what I'm saying? It's like,
well, I saw a guy getting chased down the highway by Georgia Highway Patrol.
Was he driving a 78 Trans Am?
No, he was just going, and I'm like, "There's flashing lights, dude. He's fucking chasing that guy."
Was there a semi after him?
Yeah, he was just following him. But then I thought I was going to see it again because I saw one in the middle, and we all went past him, and then he pulled out. I'm like, shit, I'm doing 73 and a 70 at that time. And I'm like, yeah, I should be all right. He comes up, he gets behind a guy, hits his lights, and then follows the guy for like 4 miles before he hits the siren.
No shit.
Like, oh, better pull over.
Oh, by the way, before we start getting too crazy into other shit, yesterday, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the Longhorns game while I'm cleaning up my place, right? Which I was very, very happy about the turnout of that game. But Rage was not. And Rage has been giving me hell about it for the last 24 hours. So, Marvin Marvin sent me a couple of clips here that you need to hear that he heard this after the Longhorns game. So this is clip number 1.
This just in, Oklahoma coach drowns in team's porta potty. It's very sad. The inhumanity of it all.
And this is clip number 2.
Well, there was a young Boy Scout wedged in the toilet, couldn't get out, and the prognosis was he will probably be disturbed for life. I'm so sorry.
So we were sitting at Cheddar's, having some drinks, eating some food, and the game was on. And that's when I messaged you talking shit. But I should have taken a picture because this bartender, just the way she looked, screamed, "I'm from Georgia."
Fuck Georgia.
Like she had this feathered country style hair. Fucking, I just looked at her. I'm like, dude, she looks, you can tell she's from Georgia.
Okay, you can ask Steve. Steve is in the chat room right now. Hi, Steve. Glad to see you. You can ask Steve, and he knows this. And anybody who's been around me, well, shit, Chris, you know this. I am like extremely superstitious when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
And when I know it's something important, like I'll avoid watching the game. I'll listen to it, but I'll avoid watching it because I'm afraid if I watch it, that's going to jinx the game and we're fucked.
Oh, that's me with the Cubs.
Yeah,
if I
right?
watch the game, I'm afraid I just jinxed it and we're going to lose.
Yeah, you and I talked about this when they were in running for the World Series.
TJ is so superstitious about sports, he ain't washed his jockstrap since high school because he thinks flies are lucky.
Hey, by the way, that reminds me, Steve, I need your address so I can mail that to you.
And if you can tell me what movie that line is from.
Fuck. I've heard it. Fuck.
I didn't exactly quote it, but I got a player that ain't washed his jockstrap since his rookie season because he thinks flies are lucky.
That's definitely a football movie.
It has something to do with football.
No, I don't think it's that. I just think it's like I just don't want to. I feel like it's bad luck, Tommy. That's it. And I'm like,
I wish I influenced this sim we live in.
Yeah, no shit. I'd love to influence the sim we live in right now, but no, it's
because in my personal opinion, and I've stated this before, and everyone knows this is truly what I believe in.
Yeah.
If I'm not hurting anybody else, or if I'm not inhibiting anyone else's right to live their life their way, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Who are you to tell me what I can and cannot put in my body?
Oh, and I seriously don't disagree at all. Corey says Jordan didn't wash his shorts in college when he was in the tournament. And I mean, you know, again, I'm right there. It's like, no, do I think I'm influencing anything? No, but am I superstitious about it? Absolutely. And especially this year when it comes to Texas, because I've been just over superstitious. I don't want to watch this game.
A lot of diehard sports people are.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I love sitting down and watching a game, but I can't follow teams because I can't remember players' names.
Well, I mean, here's the thing is like, I'm not watching this upcoming Saturday's game because that's Longhorns at home against Georgia. And I'm like, no, I'm not watching it. That's too high pressure of a game. I'm not watching that one.
Although I did catch a baseball game while we were in Florida, and I was trying to figure out who was playing and knew right away that one of the teams was the Yankees because they are the only team that does not have their names on the back of their jerseys.
Don't tell me you went to a Marlins game.
No, I was watching it on TV. It was
Oh,
Yankees and Mets. I wouldn't go to a fucking Marlins. I'd rather go to a Dolphins game. And there's a clue for your movie line.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Ding, 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 ding.
So I knew it sounded familiar, and I knew sports was involved.
And me being me, come on, it's got to be something fucking
Oh, dude, no,
funny.
they said the same fucking line in Lucifer.
I don't remember that line in Lucifer, and I've seen that movie. I've seen that series like 4 times now.
It was when Dad came down, the second part of season 5, when they were in a locker room. Oh, no, it was, no, don't touch that. You do not want to experience crabs.
I got to re-up my Netflix.
Oh, my God, man. I love that show. But no, yeah, I mean, now, Rage, on the other hand, absolutely pissed off. Rage put $20 on the Sooners to win.
I was rooting for Oklahoma, and even I'm not that fucking stupid. And I was only rooting for Oklahoma to piss off TJ. I knew the fucking Longhorns were going to win. Everybody knew that. Come Friday night when they were partying in the dorms, they knew they were going to win tomorrow.
Oh, man. I wish I could have been up at the Cotton Bowl. I wish I could have been up there. That would have been a... Now, here's the weird thing. Like, if I try to watch it on TV, it's an important game. I know it's an important game. They'll lose it. But if I go to the game and I'm there and I'm present, the team I want to win tends to win. How the fuck does that work? It's God telling me to spend more money.
Now, honestly, every time I go to Wrigley Field, anytime I go to a Cubs game, the Cubs win.
Yeah.
I've been to Wrigley Field like 5 times. Every time the Cubs won. And then I seen them out in Arizona and they won.
No, I can't wait to go out to spring training.
This was actually against the Diamondbacks for a playoff game.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Granted, they lost the next day and got tossed out of the playoffs, but the day I was there, they won.
No, I'm
actually got to meet Mark Grace afterwards. That was fucking awesome.
It was, I'll tell you what, my best Cubs memory, Steve's going to get sick and throw up in a minute because we're talking about the Cubs. My best Cubs memory was Father's Day of 1990. So it was me, my grandpa on my dad's side, my dad, a couple of my uncles. We took a bus trip and got to go up to Wrigley. And it was my first time ever going to Wrigley, right?
Yeah.
And we get there. And they had a baseball clinic on the field for all the kids and their dads. Dude, I got to meet Ryan Sandberg, Sean Dunston, Mark Grace. I got to run the bases on Wrigley. I mean...
Hey! Shut up!
It is not the only time the Cubs won. Oh, geez.
No, it's not, asshole.
Fucker. But no, I mean, I got to run the bases. I got to do hitting clinics, fielding clinics. I mean, the whole experience. And it's one, like I said, that was 1990. I was 10 years old. That is something I still remember to this day, is being on Wrigley Field and actually getting the field with Ryan Sandberg and with Sean Dunston and with Andre Dawson and with Mark Grace and to get to run the bases and throw the bases. And I somewhere in my parents' house is still my signed pennant from all 4 of them. It was
Best I got to do was one day we were at the bleachers.
Yeah.
It was the only time I went to a Cubs game with my brother, and he got so mad because I ended up in the bullpen with the pitchers warming up.
Oh, there you go.
And so that
Don't
all
ask
would have
me
been
who
a
the pitchers were.
blast.
Like I said, I am no good at remembering players' names.
Wait, here I'll do one better. What year?
22 years after they won the World Series.
So
2018, yep.
So how bad did your hand hurt after Hendricks burned that fastball in on you?
No, they weren't. I wasn't. No, they were. I was just standing off to the side watching them pitch and fucking. When I was in the room with them, because you know how you go below the bleachers and you can see them through the glass.
Yeah,
I was in the glass.
I think they should have put you out there to play catcher for a little bit.
I'd have gone. Fuck yeah.
Let Hendricks burn that 90. Let's see. Back then, it was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
And then I would have been able to say to the person who told me that when I was 9 years old that I would never be a professional baseball player because I was too uncoordinated, I'd say, fuck you. I played one game with the Cubs.
Congratulations. You caught one pitch and broke your hand catching it.
You know what?
That counts.
I'll tell you what. In 2016, if they wanted me to be the catcher for warm-up for Aroldis Chapman and his 104-mile-an-hour fastball, I would have been like, break my hand. Let's go.
Because there was one pitcher pitched like 13 innings, 1 out left, and they took him out, put in the relief. The relief got the out and the win.
Yeah.
Off of 4 pitches.
Dude, Chapman, they overused Chapman in the World Series. If the Cubs would have had a better reliever on deck to run kind of that transition, and every couple of games bring Chapman in and just let him fire the heat, I think the series would have been over sooner.
Oh yeah.
But we've talked about that for
four straight games.
I can't believe it's been almost 10 years again. Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's not almost 100. I mean, come on.
If it only
Spoken like a
happens
Cardinal
once
fan.
every 100 years, at least I'll be able to say I saw it in my lifetime.
Yeah, right? My kids won't, but I saw it in my lifetime.
And I believe when they did it 14 years ago now.
It was 108. Yeah, 114 now.
It
It was
was
108 when we won it.
Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't work because they won a championship.
Oh, it was 116.
And then 2 years later, they won another one, and then they didn't win it for 110 years.
No, it was 07, 08, 1907, 1908. They won it back to back.
Okay, it was bad. I
And
thought
then
it was skipped a year.
Then it went 108 years to 2016 and got it again.
But they had also been to the World Series, but hadn't won one other time since then.
Yep, 1945.
So, yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, Cubs history.
Oh, God. Oh, torturing me with the Cardinals now. Thanks, Steve.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have seen a World Series with Sandberg and Grace and Dawson.
Great. Go ahead, Chris. You were saying now?
No. Adam was talking. I had to stop.
Well, Adam was saying he would have loved to have seen that, but then you were ready to interject. So what do you have?
I have one other baseball stadium I want to see because I've been to Wrigley and I've been to other stadiums, but they don't have that historic factor that Wrigley Field and Fenway Park
I was going to say, I know it's Fenway.
I wish I could have gone to the old Candlestick Park. I did go to the old Comiskey once.
You did go to the old Comiskey. I remember you talking about that.
But I mean, all ballparks now, except for Wrigley and Fenway, are just big corporate conglomerates.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they
I
are.
I did make it to the old Yankees Stadium that still had the green copper roof
Okay.
before they moved over in 2000 when they were still in it in
The
99.
house that Babe built.
The house that Babe built, and that was really cool to. And it was a blow off game for the Yankees. I think it was like Yankees versus Reds. Just a blow off game.
Apparently, I went to Miller Park when I was a little kid, but I don't
Uh-huh.
remember it.
I don't know that
wanna
really
go to Miller
counts at
Park.
that point.
Huh?
I don't know that really counts if you can't remember it.
I barely remember it. Like, I remember being in Milwaukee and I remember being at the game, but like, don't ask me any specifics about it or anything. I think I was like 6, 7.
I have to
But-
say this in response to what Adam just said. As many drugs as Chris has consumed, I'm surprised he remembers as much as he does.
My
Very true.
dad
Okay, very
said
true.
the same thing because I remember shit from when I was a little kid. How the fuck do you remember that?
Drugs.
But I would love to go back to Miller Park just for the sausage run. I'd go in at the end of the 6th inning, stay for the sausage run, and then go on my way.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. Oh man,
Because what was it, like 2 weeks ago, I called my dad and I asked him, what bike were we on when I was about 5 years old that my foot got caught in the chain?
probably the one you got now.
Nah. He says, how the fuck do you remember that? We were on, I says, well, we were in East Dubuque at someone's house. I think it was Aunt Rosie's house. He's like, yeah, we were in East Dubuque at our Aunt Rosie's house, and it was actually a moped, not a motorcycle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Corey says Killer Park is cool. They tailgate baseball games as a throwback to when the Packers played in Milwaukee next door.
Okay.
And Julie says that the sausage run is hilarious.
I've seen it on TV and on YouTube. I want to see it in person. Because honestly, you can watch something on TV and on YouTube all day long. And here's a prime example. I've been watching the Trans-Siberia Orchestra on TV and YouTube for years.
It's not the same.
But when you go there, nothing like it. TV and video, they only get so many frames per second, and no camera in the world can keep up with that light show.
No, hell no.
Well,
That's like Pink Floyd.
I mean, let's admit it. Live music is always better than a recorded version of that same concert. Period.
It is. Sometimes you get some people who are really good with their camera, but 90% of the time, no, go see it live.
Oh, wow. So Corey says that the Brewers have such nice fans. They went to a game and they were behind the third base, an older couple in the front row left in the fifth, and they told his kids that they could go down and sit in their seats. That's actually really cool.
That is really cool. You know, I've always noticed that about ballparks. The fans, they're like family when you're there.
Yeah.
Never met you before today, but we're going to drink some beer and watch a ball game and have a good time, especially the Wrigley Field bleachers.
Oh, dude, you walk into the Wrigley Field bleacher seats, the first thing you're handed is an old style.
Yeah. If you ain't got an old style in your hand, someone's putting one there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sports just in general, going to watch them, it can be either a great unifier or a great divider.
Depending on the rivalry. I've seen some fights in parking lots. But we went to the Triple H Dome up in Minnesota for a Bears-Vikings game. And we all had our seats in a row. And my one buddy, my best friend, for some weird reason, he don't like Canadians. He says there is no reason people should be that fucking nice and trusting.
Allegedly.
So, next to us, was
He's
a
never
group
been
of
to
Canadians.
Quebec.
And my
No.
best friend, you're sitting next to the Canadians. Okay. I sat next to them Canadians. Every time my beer was empty, the Canadians grabbed me another one. They gave me a couple of shrooms. I'm sitting there at the game just fucked up, and my buddy, what the fuck? You didn't want to sit by the Canadians.
They could have brought him some sushis and some sushis and sashimis.
Sashimis. But also
Have yourself
we
a
were up
fucking
in the
poppers.
nosebleed section. So the cool thing about it is there was this pillar behind us that had barely enough space to squeeze in, and we kept going back there to smoke.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I'm going to bring one up from Steve, and I got to bring one up from Julie. And I'm going to bring up Steve's first. Steve said at 9 years old, he tried to jump a tractor tire with his 90 Kawasaki dirt bike and used a piece of 1/4-inch plywood for a ramp. Broke the board and went over the handlebars. Ow. This one I'm going to take issue with. Adam and his wife are planning a trip to Denver to see a hockey game.
And go see the Nuggets.
No, I'm tired. I'm tired of having to go either to Chicago or St. Louis to see the Colorado Avalanche.
Avalanche, that's what it is.
Yeah, they're my favorite hockey team ever since they came in expansion.
I mean, that makes me sick because one of the greatest hockey teams of all time is in Chicago, and you're going to go to Denver.
No,
Yes.
no. Now, the franchise as a whole, the Blackhawks are good. The current team is not.
Well, the current team, they need some work.
The only time I would go to somewhere other than the United Center for a hockey game would be to go see the Canucks.
That's all I got to do.
Oh, 7 championships? Yep.
7 championships, 6 and 9 years.
It's like, listen, don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have seen Belfour in the net. I would have loved to have watched Chelios. Those would have been great games. They're not there now.
Jonathan Hayes.
Some of the greatest sports dynasties have come out of Chicago.
Absolutely.
And
The Bulls in the 90s.
Wait for it.
Oh, there it is. Yep. What's the matter, Chris? You don't like that bird of beef?
96 Bulls versus Pistons, Bulls versus Bucks, and Bulls versus Jazz.
So there you go, Chris. Corey's asking, your buddy don't like that bird of beef?
I don't know. He says Canadians are too nice. And no Maple Leafs. I want to see the Canucks only because of the name. They don't give a fuck. Call us a Canuck.
I'll be honest, I would like to see the Maple Leafs not let their fans down. You know?
Okay, that's not going to happen. They always lose in the first round. Now, I will give them credit. They at least make it to the playoffs, but it's guaranteed that they're not making it all the way through. No, which makes me feel bad for for Matthews being there.
Oh, Corey Matthews, yeah.
Yeah, it's just he's so good, but he's being so wasted.
He was great with Chicago.
Yeah, if he was with Chicago, or even if he was with St. Louis, it would make a better team. I mean, get rid of Bennington, but
Corey said his company's got prime box seats for Blues games, and he's going a few times this year. Blackhawks are always going to be. I know the Dallas Stars are right up the road for me. Fuck the Stars. I am a Blackhawks fan through and through. That will never change.
So, trying to remember what year this was. 2002, 2003. I don't
Okay.
remember. I didn't go to the Blues game, but I had recently learned that it is illegal to sit on a curb in St. Louis and drink beer out of a bucket.
What?
So, it's some stupid law. So,
That's like it's
I went
illegal to
down to
make
St.
faces.
Louis.
That's
and
like
I
it's
sat
illegal
on
to
the
make
curb.
faces at dogs in Normal, Illinois.
Huh?
That's like the law that it's illegal to make faces at dogs in Normal, Illinois.
Oh, shit. Let's go to Normal.
I'm serious. It's there.
But I went to St. Louis, sat on a curb, and didn't realize until a couple minutes into the bucket of beer that I'm sitting there right outside of the stadium and the Blues were playing that night.
Julie says that Funko brought out a Bedard figure, and he's fun to watch.
Who's Bedard? Hockey player?
I'm believing so. I'm not for sure who, but but like
He's the hot new rookie out of Chicago. Come on, TJ, you should know this.
I have
Come
not
on.
been I have been paying attention to football. I have not been keeping up on hockey yet.
Yeah. All the other players love checking him because he's so cocky.
Oh, so he's like Shorzy. Chicago finally got a Shorzy. Oh, this ought to be great. Bring the lumber, bud. Please tell me this guy is as mouthy as Shorzy. Corey says they went to Enterprise Center for the 21 Pilots concert Wednesday and found out St. Louis has golf cart transportation downtown, $10 a person, and you get a free beer for the ride.
Wait, downtown St. Louis has golf cart transport, like golf cart taxis?
Yeah, and then it's $10 a person, and you get a free beer on the ride.
Oh, right on.
Man, making a free
See,
shot.
we rode a rickshaw in New Orleans. They should give you a beer on that.
No. Bullshit. That rickshaw in New Orleans should be giving you a free margarita.
Or a hurricane.
Or a hurricane.
That's what I was drinking.
But there is a certain week in New Orleans that you can see more boobs than any other time of the year. And I think they've got more boobs on that weekend than they do at Bike Week and Sturgis combined.
This was my Hurricane Milton drinking.
Nice. I don't know if that was enough Bacardi.
Huh?
I don't know if that was enough Bacardi.
One cup and then 1, 2, 3, 4 buckets. And then once the bars closed and they wouldn't serve us no more.
There you go.
Always have it with you.
Yeah. That's like the American Express card. Never leave home without it.
Exactly. And my wife and daughter, you know, they all said something about us driving all the way back to Kentucky with bottle of Crown, bottle of Fireball, and 3 bottles of wine in the trunk. I'm like, I drove up to Michigan with 5 bottles in the trunk, all whiskey. I drove up to Illinois with 9 bottles in the trunk. We went to Full Terror Assault. I had 13 bottles in the trunk. God. I had the Von Payne. I had Dead Man whiskey. I had all 4 Slipknots.
So listen, cops only have a problem if they're only partially drank. So if you're going to crack it open, drink the whole thing.
Even if it's partially drank, as long as it is stored where the driver cannot reach it and you have not had anything to drink, you are legal. Now, if I would have had the bottle sitting on the front seat already cracked open, that's open alcohol. Even in the back seat, that's open alcohol. But if it's stored in the trunk, you're good.
If you are driving from the Hialeah to your house in Goofy Ridge, Illinois, and you leave without a drink in your hand, you are illegal. I don't know how many times I walked out of that bar with my drink in my hand. I'd paid my tab. Oh, shit, I still got my drink. And I went and got in the car. Fuck it. Got in the car and I drove it home, drinking my drink the whole way.
I've done that every single time I've ever left Top Fuel Saloon, and most of the time I wasn't driving, so I was good.
Well, now, down here, you can get your drink to go. Like, wherever you're at. Here in Texas, if you have not finished your drink, then you can set it up where they'll give you a to-go cup, and you can take your drink with you, and they put a piece of tape or something over it to say, no, you cannot drink it in the car. That does not stop people from going.
Well, the whole 2.5 years I worked for Top Fuel Saloon, never a night did I not leave that bar without a Crown and Coke in each hand.
Corey says, my sis, I'm lost. Yeah.
What'd you and your sis do?
Say, I don't know. But no, I mean, yeah, down here in Texas, you can actually leave wherever you're at with your drink and take it with you. And the way they do it, I think it's smart. Like, all right, I don't see as many drinking and driving people here doing shit that's stupid when they're drinking and driving. Like, oh, I'm drinking and driving, look at me, They're really trying to keep it cool because, like, I could go over here to Taco Cabana, okay? And I could get a box with a half a dozen tacos in it, and I could have them make me a margarita and take the margarita in the fucking drive-thru. They will serve me beer, margarita, whatever. They will serve me alcohol in the drive-thru.
Nice.
And I go down the road, and no big deal. And as long as I'm not being stupid about it, cops are not going to give me a second look.
Most of the time when people get a DUI, and this is what really sucks.
It's stupidity.
They're just trying to get home.
Most of the time when people get a DUI, okay. Corey says that his sister-in-law lives in Madison, and 10 years ago they finally made your first DUI a misdemeanor in Wisconsin.
Woohoo!
Yeah, because it used to be a felony.
I fucking love Madison.
But no, like I said, kind of rewinding here. Like here, anytime I've seen somebody get a DUI, they're belligerent. Two, they're fucking stupid.
I'll send you a video, and it's a girl that my kid works with. And
Which
she
kid?
is so fucking hammered. This actually happened in Bloomington, Illinois.
Oh, no. That's not where you drink and drive.
Right in front of a cop. This girl went off-road and then cut between a tree and a guardrail. And when they says, you just crashed your car, she's like, no.
Oh, I thought it was a felony, Corey. It was just a ticket. Okay. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I was under the impression it was a felony. And Steve said that's why he wants drive-through dispensaries.
They have those.
In Illinois?
Not in Illinois.
Exactly. I know
Not
they've
yet.
got them in New Mexico. I've seen 30 of them all around Las Cruces.
Yes, and they got them in Denver, too. They got one that used to be a McDonald's, and you can look at it and be totally tell it was a McDonald's.
Dude, they've got one that's in Las Cruces that used to be one of my favorite little coffee huts. Like the parking lot coffee huts where they made their own coffee and ground it and shit every day. That was one of my favorite ones in Las Cruces, and now it's a fucking dispensary. Assholes. For a little bit of extra, they throw a shot of
revenue. TJ, they can't stay in business off of one customer.
for a little bit of extra, they'd throw a shot of Jameson in there with the coffee. Motherfuckers. But it wasn't just me. It was actually really popular.
When I first moved down to Kentucky, I almost got in trouble at work because someone told on me for selling shots to the drunks at 3 a.m. Hey, man, you ain't selling alcohol, are you? Fuck no, dude. That's illegal. But on the back of my pad every night it said shots, Crown $5, Jack $5, rum $5, and for certain people I would hold it up so they could see it. And then they say, "How do we pay you for the shot? Tip me."
Yeah, you're not paying me. You're tipping me.
Exactly.
But no, I'm. You know, there was so much years ago that we could fucking get away with. I mean, there really was. And now that just this general idea that people don't need to. No, we've got to protect kids from making the same mistakes that we made. Bullshit.
We didn't make mistakes. We learned lessons.
We didn't make mistakes. We utterly fucked up and then figured it out. That's what we did.
Yes.
No, we can't let the kids. I'm like, I'm sorry. No, fuck that.
Nowadays, you can't even let your kid go rollerblading outside without wearing a styrofoam suit in some places.
Dude, like my ex-wife. All right, I don't understand this. Somebody please explain this shit to me. My ex-wife, because she is such an authority on this. All things considered, and not even giving me the chance, but she's an authority. She takes my son out to teach him how to treat a lady. And they had to go. She forced him to take her on a date. I'm like, first of all, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm
saying that's weird.
You are forcing our son to take you on a date so you could teach him how to treat women. Hey, by the way, dumbass, I've seen him down here. And when he's away from mom, that kid's got game.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, he's not over there like, so you want to come on back? And when my dad goes to sleep, you want to fuck? He ain't doing that shit.
No.
He's like, well, you want to get online and play video games later? And oh, hey, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? I mean, he's actually really good with girls.
Right. What's your favorite kind of music? What do you listen to?
Yeah, what do you listen to? Oh, you like ICP? Okay, I'm going over here now.
But I honestly, that's just getting to know people in general.
And he's good at that. He's like, oh, you like Motorhead? What's your favorite song? Isn't Lemmy God,
sitting right on my desk in front of me.
Right. The ace of spades. But no, I mean, he's just there. He has no fear, and he will sit there. He'll talk to a girl all day long, and there's no problem. I'm going to teach you how to treat a lady. You're going to traumatize the boy.
Real quick, Julie, I think they call those either bodegas or bootleggers.
I'm thinking bodegas. But I mean, you're sitting here agreeing with me that this is fucking weird.
Yeah. I mean, you want to go out on a date, find a guy to take you out on a date. Don't make your
She's married again. Get your fucking husband to take you on a date.
Yeah.
Don't give my son $50 and go, that's for our date. Now you're taking me on a date.
Because personally, and it's always been my belief, when your children start going through that age, and hopefully you have a 2-parent household, the mother gets the girls through it, and the father gets the boys through it.
Yeah,
There you
well,
go.
she doesn't
Here's a
want to.
magazine. Here's Vaseline. Always use lubricant.
Hey, by the way, even after you pop it, you know what? Masturbation's still going to be a big part of your life. So just go ahead and keep this around.
So we were playing
Isn't that right, Steve?
Stir the Pot. And I am annoying, have a stupid face, and masturbate way too much.
Oh, God.
I said, yeah,
But
I can see all three of those.
But no, I'm sitting here like, look, I've watched him. He's not out there doing anything rude. The only time he does something rude with a girl is like, she goes, well, I just don't like your face. Yeah, well, you're a fucking twat waffle. You could go ahead and eat a whole bag of dicks. I'm going over here. Then he like turns into me.
So I always say I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet until you be a dick, and then I'm a dick right back.
But I mean, when she fucking rips his heart out, then he fires back, and I don't have a problem with that. I mean, he's expressing himself, and he's not swinging on her.
Yeah, he's trying to get to know her. He ain't trying to fuck on the first date.
But no, like there's the rodeo girl down here that loves watching him ride bull, right? Dude, yeah, she's all about when I have ran into that kid now at a couple of different barbecues and stuff like that since he's been gone. And she's like, when's he getting back? When's he getting back? When's he getting? She's all wrapped up and trying to get back around Riley.
Woo, go Riley.
I'm like, dude, that's my kid right there. And I'm just thinking, thank God I haven't bought him his own camper yet,
Right?
Because he'd be in there going,
and that's one thing that we discussed last week.
yeah.
I really feel is unfair with divorce. I think when a kid is at a certain age, if they can decide what gender they want to be, they should be able to decide what parent they want to live with.
Right, absolutely. Damn. I just got a news story that was sent to me by Tim, and it turns out it's somebody I know.
Ooh, what happened? What happened?
Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Convicted child sex offender is now charged with child trafficking. Wow. $100,000 cash bail. $100,000 cash bail on the new charges. According to the complaint, the perpetrator told the person with whom he was conversing, that he has never been married because of his love of little girls is not accepted.
That's fucked up.
Oh, dude. I can't. Tim, I appreciate you sending that to me. I cannot read anymore. I can't read anymore.
Shit, send that
His
shit.
preferred age is between 18 months and 6 years old.
That's really fucked up.
That's where I'm like, I've got to get off of here. I got to draw the line.
Yeah.
That I cannot. I can't read that at that point.
Yeah, that's so. I know a lot of people, and I know a couple of people that are on that list that don't need to be on that list.
Oh yeah, right. I mean,
And one of them actually had to go to these sex offender groups, and he said some of the stuff these guys would say, he just wanted to beat the fuck out of them right then and there.
Our chat room to that story is already acting up. That dude is going to get a shank.
I sure as hope as hell he does. But as someone that's also been into the system, I know that a lot of places give child molesters protection.
Yeah, they'll put them in like their own block or something, right?
Yeah.
Corey kind of hits something on the head here. He says the problem with this new generation is everyone has a damn phone and they live stream everything and they get themselves into trouble.
That's
Dude,
true.
that's actually a really good point.
You know, and I tell my wife, that's why I am so glad we didn't have cameras like they do now back when I was younger.
Right.
Because I sure as shit would
dude,
not have done half the shit I've done.
If they had cameras back then like they've got now, we both would be in prison. And it would have been just for fucking shit that we were doing for fun.
Yeah.
Because the evidence would have been there. I mean, like, there is no way. If they had everything set up then like they do now, there is no way I would have gotten away with snorting 2 lines off of a stripper's fucking ass.
Fuck no. You know, there's a fine line
Yes!
between good and evil, and I probably sniffed that years ago.
Right, absolutely. No, there's Corey right there. Do you know how much dumb shit we did in a field around a fire?
It is funny you said that, Corey, because I was just thinking, statute of limitations is real, and I can actually talk about this nowadays. So years and years ago, in Morris, Illinois, there was a
While
toll
you tell
path
this story, I'm going to recharge my drink and pee.
There's a toll path along the I&M Canal. And if you've lived in central Illinois, you probably know about the toll path along the I&M Canal. It goes from Chicago, halfway across the state. But there's a part on the toll path that we used to live off of, but we had to cut through a sand pit and hop a fence to get home. So one night, we're cutting through this sand pit, and my brother says, "Hey, just light a little piece of grass on fire." And I'm dumb, and I didn't think about it, and totally didn't think that it'd been kind of a dry year. So I just lit a little tiny blade of grass on fire and headed toward the fence. By the time I got to the fence, I felt this heat on my back. And young and dumb, and I'm sorry, no one got hurt, thankfully. No property was damaged, but that whole field where they were putting in the sand pit was pretty much on fire. So the way I see it, I saved them a lot of money by eliminating the grass that they were going to dig up anyways.
Oh, my fridge is not close enough to my...
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of Chris lighting the sand pit on fire.
I've heard that one. God, I remember you telling... Yeah, you told me that one at the
truck stop, probably.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That whole fucking thing was up. Dude, they had the fire department down there and shit. My brother, he was fucking hiding for dear life. I'm just like, whatever, dude. I'm gonna go watch him put it out.
All right, so everybody who knows me now realizes that I have an aversion to wearing shorts. Now, I wasn't opposed to it when I was younger, but I really do now. I have this massive aversion to wearing shorts. If I'm out in public, you are more often than not going to see me in my jeans, right? And Chris, I think you'll back that up. You've known me long enough.
I usually see you in some jeans.
Yeah, jeans. You've never seen me in shorts. It's always long pants, right?
For the most part, yep.
Okay. So there is a reason for this. And this goes back to when I was selling cars, and it was after the economic crash of 2008 when I had to shut down the mobile DJ service, okay? I'm down in New Mexico, and I've got a very good friend of mine who is a sales manager for car dealership now. Back then, we were both salesmen. He goes, "Hey, on our day off, let's go ahead and let's take off and let's run down to El Paso and we'll have some fun." Okay, cool. Let's do it. So we get there. Now, mind you, strip bars in El Paso County are BYOB. You pay your cover, you bring in your booze. They will bring you setups. You get to keep your booze on ice. They will bring you the ice. They will bring you beer.
That's Iowa.
They'll sell beer and wine, but the hard liquor, they're doing setups. We must have carried in 8/5 of Crown, 230 packs of beer. I mean, and then I don't know what he was carrying. I know what I was carrying. I was carrying a good quarter of fucking weed. I don't know what he was carrying in coke. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You're going to a strip club.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt. Like, I'm trying to stay cool. It's July in the desert of New Mexico and West Texas. It's a little warm then, right? Triple digits. So after we are completely schmammered and twasted, I'm coming down off of my coke high. He's hitting another line trying to keep his up. And he's like, I'll drive us home. I'm going, I don't care, dude. Just get us home. I go to sleep when he leaves the parking lot. So I don't know. And Chris, you'll back this up. When you come down off of coke and you go to sleep, it takes an act of Congress to wake you back up.
Yeah.
I mean, it is probably some of the best sleep you'll ever have. That does not mean go do cocaine, kids. Anyway, I go to sleep as we're leaving the parking lot. Out. When I wake up, I'm laying in this sand dune. And my friend is in another sand dune. And I luckily still have my shoes. But my friend does not have his. And I noticed there was this bright, shiny thing in the sky. It was really messing with my head. Oh, that's right. It was the sun.
It'll do that.
And then I'm getting up. I go over to my friend and I'm like, hey, dude, what are we doing in the middle of the fucking desert? I don't know, dude. I wrecked the car last night. What do you mean you wrecked the car last night? Where's the car? He goes, I picked you up in a fireman's carry and I ran us away before the cops caught us. Which way? I don't know. You don't know? Now I'm awake. T-shirt, shorts, and my tennis shoes. And I had been laying out there for 5 hours in that July sun.
You were burnt.
I was cooked. I go walking back towards the highway. The car's gone. We cannot find the car. So we go hiking into the next town. Luckily, the next town was only about, 12 miles away. Nice long hike. Get there. I call a friend of mine. I'm like, hey, come get us. That friend drives out, picks us up. We go back to the dealership. When we get there, we're still roasted. My boss looks at me and goes, you are not taking this appointment with your customer. You look like flat dog shit. No kidding. Sends me to the hospital for sunstroke. There are some good reasons why I do not wear shorts anymore, and it's just to, chicken legs, yeah, may be part of it, but it's just to protect myself. The other side is Well, the other side is like Chris knows. I ride so much that no, I do
Yeah.
not need to wear shorts on a motorcycle.
Actually, today was the first day I ever rode shorts on the bike, but I was excited to hop on. It had been a week.
Anybody who
I only
wants
went around the block real quick.
anybody I've ever seen that rides with shorts on a motorcycle, I want to drop them off so Steve could put his fist in their fart box.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can understand tennis shoes. I can understand, t-shirt, jeans, dude, like, but don't sit here and just get on shorts and a tank top and flip flops. Go, oh, I'm a biker. Bullshit, motherfucker. You would know
No.
better if you were actually a rider.
Hey, I may have been in my shorts, but I at least still had my boots on.
Adam let us know in our group chat that he could not stay on tonight, and he says good night to everybody, but his mom did need some help, so he's actually had to bail on the show and take care of his mom, which we of course understand.
Understand. Take care of your family.
Absolutely. The one I'm a little upset with, though, is Rage. Because Rage this morning is like, I'll be on. Yeah, okay. I'll believe it when I see it. I hate it when I'm right. So, oh, man. Dude, but yeah, I'm kind of going back full circle on the whole thing. With all the dumb shit that we did when we were younger, oh, thank God this technology was not around.
Right?
I've got pictures of me going down a waterfall at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin that I never should have been on in the first place. And it was friggin' March. March in Wisconsin, and I'm sliding down a fucking waterfall.
See, I was never big on getting my picture taken, so you won't find too many pictures of me.
I'm not big on it now just because I know what that is. It's called incriminating evidence.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going down that waterfall and holding a beer in the air as I'm going down there, right? And Corey, you're right. Life lessons, you got to spread your wings and fly. But I got to admit, in a lot of ways, I still do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling, like I think the age, like Chris, like you and I are at now, it's actually a really fun age. Yeah, I pulled down my pants, Julie, and I slid on the ice. Just like they told us to do on MASH. But no, I think this age that we're at now is like a really cool age for us because we know all this technology's out there. We've got a pretty good idea on how to use it.
Yeah.
But we also know we have the common sense about us, like you and me, and most of our listeners, our wonderful audience. We have the common sense about us to know when is the right time to use that technology, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Corey says, truth or dare used to get him all the time. Like, strip naked and go for a swim in the outdoor pool in February in Winchester, Virginia, with 6 inches of snow on the ground and the pool was frozen.
Shit. Come on.
And the door card didn't work, so he had to run around the hotel to go in through the lobby. Look, I'll tell you, my co-host from my old show, his wife worked at one of the hotels in Wisconsin. And we're sitting there, right? And we're talking end of November. It is dumped already, 3 feet of snow on the Northwoods. And she'd get us in for the pool and the hot tub and the sauna, right?
Yeah.
And if anybody had video of this back then, but were to post it now, oh, they'd make a mint. Because we would go sauna, hot tub, 3 laps in the pool, go jump in the snowdrift outside, then come back in and swim right through the pool and get into the hot tub. And we're doing this at the end of November and early December in northern Wisconsin. Now I look back on it now and I go, was it a good time? And it's given me a lot of great memories and it's something I could say I did? Absolutely. Was it really the most intelligent thing I've ever done? Fuck no. That was stupid.
I'd do it again though.
But I would, if I was that age and that health, absolutely I would do it again. Because it was an experience of life.
Yeah. Oh, even now, I still want to go do the polar plunge just because of the way it made me feel afterwards. It was fucking just exhilarating.
That prickly skin when you're done, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
Felt like you were just getting fried with electricity.
Like you had fucking needles going through you everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
But dude, it felt so good and it's actually good for you.
But I'll tell you, like I said, there's just so much. I only had about between military time and time in the North Woods. I only had about a year and 9 months up there. And it was a good part of my life. Don't get me wrong. Roy and I give each other a lot of shit, but Roy is one of my better friends. And yes, I don't talk to him as much as I probably should. I have 100 other things going on right now. It's difficult to just drop everything and call and listen and hear, well, want to hear about my super beat? Not really. Not right now. I don't. I'd like to see it, but I don't have the time. I'm always handling something with work or the network or whatever the case may be. I don't have the drop it and just sit down and talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Or especially with family stuff that's going on right now. Would I trade the experience up there for anything? Absolutely not. Would I trade certain parts of the experience up there? Absolutely. Now, where I felt I enjoyed the time up there, but where I felt more at home, in all honesty, was when I was in southern New Mexico and West Texas. And of course, Tommy's going to call me out on that and say that he thinks Fort Bliss is the asshole of the earth, and he's entitled to that opinion. But I really felt more at home in southern New Mexico and West Texas. I really did.
Oh, I love Wisconsin.
I've also gotten up to a point in my life now. Me and cold do not mix.
That's my wife's problem. She don't want to live up north because it's too cold, and I don't mind it.
Hey! There it is with Adam as one of the moderators now. It's given the sign. That's the wrench.
That's what the little wrench is.
Yeah. That is awesome. I love it.
You get a wrench.
Well, type something in from your side and the Facebook side.
Sorry, you guys see my wife in the background.
Hi, honey.
Hi, baby. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Please make sure you put that roast in the fridge.
Okie doke.
Don't forget.
Adam's like, I got promoted? Yes, you're no longer show wench.
You're no longer sparkle farts.
Yeah,
You
you're
got a
above
wrench.
sparkle farts now.
You got a wrench.
You got the wrench. But no, to kind of give you guys an idea of what's getting ready to happen, I have been trying to figure out how to build the Mayhem Unleashed network for a while. And I'm not going to deny it, guys. I have been so busy that I can't plow my time into it, and I can't plow my focus into it like I want to, which Chris will tell you and Adam will tell you both, that if I had that time and I was able to do it, I would grab it by the horns and take care of it myself. Adam says, better to get wrenched than screwed.
Yeah.
So with Chris being somebody that I've seen build up our Twitch, or build up a Twitch account and a Facebook account, Adam being somebody I've seen build up a Facebook account and a YouTube account, and we will be adding later on here pretty shortly TikTok, and once I can straighten out X, we will be adding X.
You know, Twitch is one of the hardest things to build.
But you know how to do it in short order.
It took me 2 years before I finally got paid from Twitch. But
I'm not.
I made, actually, it was like a year and like 3 months. But
Yeah,
I
you
made
told me.
$160 in a year and 3 months.
Well, there you go. I'll tell you what.
A lot of that was because I did challenges on Twitch.
You know what? I'll make you a deal. I'm going to make you a deal in front of everybody that's listening right now. You guys write it down. October 13th, 2024 at 6:29 p.m. Central Time. I am making this deal with Chris right now, here, now, today. You make that Twitch account happen. Like I know you can. And the first $1,000 from the Twitch account goes to the Asgard charity.
All right.
Make that Twitch account rock and roll, and that first 1,000
All right.
goes
So
right.
all of you people here on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else you're streaming, move on over to Twitch and check us out over there.
Yeah, maybe they will. I mean, I don't know.
Because one of the things I did to make some money on Twitch, I did the one chip challenge on Twitch.
Ooh.
What else? Drinking games are popular with Twitch. Eating weird shit is popular with Twitch.
We don't have a
Video
stunt guy.
game stuff. And there's a lot of musicians on Twitch too.
See, we don't have a stunt guy anymore. God, this is where I wish I had a village idiot. Because we used to have a stunt guy that would just do stupid shit. Okay, so what is the Asgard charity again? Please remind me.
So, the Asgard charity, basically, if it's an independent. No, the Asgard charity does not dance on Tuesday nights. Our charity is not
Thank
a
you,
dance.
Fat 420.
Although, for the right price, I'm pretty sure we could get Jim to do a striptease.
No, God, I don't want to see Jim's chi-chis. You tell Slider to keep those put away.
So the Asgard charity, it's not really as much of a charity as kind of like instant GoFundMe. For independent musicians when they're on the road touring, first off, we have the Asgard Connect, which we have people all over the United States uh, that will put up musicians, give them a place to stay tonight, let them do their laundry, have a home cooked meal, get the feeling of home while on the road, and it don't cost you a damn thing.
Okay, is there a website for that?
AsgardRadio.org. The second part of it, independent musicians, while they're on tour, uh, they can, if their vehicle breaks down, say their alternator goes out or they get a flat tire or something and they need quick help on the road, they can fill out or they pay their bill and then they can fill out a voucher where we'll basically reimburse you that money to keep you on the road and keep you touring and playing shows and doing what you love doing.
Absolutely. Oh, Adam does have another goal. Earn enough money.
Earn enough money to prevent slider. So okay, so we're going to start paying him to keep his clothes on.
Yeah, evidently we're going to be making money to keep Sliders' clothes on, but go to AsgardRadio.org. If you are in the chat room, I've already posted up. I put in the link for you where on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. The link is there for AsgardRadio.org. Go to that, check it out. You can get into the Connect program if you are someone that has an extra bedroom or you got a couch or you've got a shop. Believe it or not, independent bands that are touring will even be appreciative if you will donate your bathroom to them just so they can get a hot shower.
Yeah, let them take a shower and a shit.
Cook them a meal. Let them come by and just have a semblance of normality for a minute.
Okay, I need my charger, stick, and the dog on the bed.
Okay.
Did she say the dog was humping your car?
No, my fat dog is so fat she can't get on the bed by herself anymore. Because I have a king size bed that sits up really high, 4-post bed with a headboard and shit. And the dog just too old and fat to get up there by herself.
Right.
So I'll be back in
2 shakes.
2 shakes. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, you guys, these independent bands that are out there and they're traveling and they're touring, and they appreciate a hot shower, a hot meal, a place to just hang out, maybe record, rehearse, a couch to sleep on where they're out of the tour bus. Whatever you can do, that's what the Asgard Connect is all about. Throw your name in the hat. Let people know you're out there and that you're willing to have these bands come in and visit and do what they need to do and head on down the road so they can continue to take music to that next level and get it out there to everybody. The Asgard reimbursement program, I guess is what I'm going to call it, is obviously independent bands are not making a whole lot. Anybody who has ever played any type of music anywhere, an independent band that's out there and they're touring and they're trying to get their name out there and they're doing everything they can. They're paying money out of their pocket to get their CDs produced or their flash drives or however they do it now. And they're just trying to show that they are the real deal. They have something to show. They don't have a whole lot of money laying around. So when they blow a tire, they have the air conditioner go out. They need an alternator. They need brake job. They need a water line fix. These are things that they just can't just go, oh, yeah, here you go, and go on down the road. They don't work for Sony. They need that money coming in from the shows. And if they're on a 3-day drive in between shows and they're stretching pennies to be able to eat at Fat Burger, then that's where Asgard is coming in and helping out. Keeping our music alive, keeping our live music scene alive, and building it and bringing back what we had in the late 90s and the early 2000s.
And honestly, I mean, there's so many independent bands that I just love that you have never heard of because they don't get the radio play and they don't get the airplay and that Asgard tries to give them. Like Saturday Morning, if you like hardcore metal, you'll like Saturday Morning. I do the heaviest show on the radio. Bands like Belushi Speedball and the Cavalier Conspiracy, just heavy hardcore metal. Thursday night, Wednesday night, pre-recorded from Germany, Johnny Chadwick. He likes 80s hair metal, classic rock, B-sides. Stuff from the bands that you don't hear on the radio, but it's fucking still
the bands
something
you know.
you've heard before. And then Thursday, we do Throwback Thursday. Of course, all the old school shit. And
Throwback Thursday is probably one of my favorites.
I love doing Throwback Thursday.
I mean, I enjoy that. But you know me, my tastes don't get like you and Fat 420 and a few other people I know. You guys get into that really in your face metal, like bleh, in there. You know,
that's my Saturday morning show.
I'm not that guy. You know, I want a Dead or Alive Bon Jovi. That's a song I love.
Now, see, if I start getting back on Friday nights, I just gotta make sure I have time for everything. Because Friday nights I did independent. It was strictly independent bands, but it was rock and punk, not too in your face. You can understand what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's just so many out there. And you got to remember, people, all of your big labels, stadium selling bands, Black Sabbath, Ozzy, they used to be a local independent band in England.
Yeah.
All of them had to start somewhere.
So everybody, please, that's our challenge for this month. I would like to try this month. Please go to asgardradio.org. If you get a chance, donate what you can. I would like to try to raise before the end of the month, before the end of October, I would like to raise $50 to go into the kitty there, and that $50 will prevent us from inviting Slider onto the show and saying his chi-chis.
And the fun part is you won't see it coming.
No, you won't. No, you won't. But Slider would do it for us.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, $50 challenge, and they can't raise $50. Here they are. So we'll call it the 50 to prevent seeing Slider's chi-chis.
All right. There you go, people.
Let's see if we can raise $50 to start, and then we'll build from there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I know somebody that would take if for a certain dollar amount, they would take the challenge of eating a quart of pickled quail eggs and drinking hot old style. Like somebody else I know that did it.
I don't know about the pickled quail eggs.
You think you can handle the hot old style?
Depends on how hot it is.
Oh, dude, it came out of the trunk of a car on a July day.
I could do that.
That was piss hot.
I'm trying to log into the Squarespace real quick, make sure fucking all of the Asgard web pages, because I've been out of town. So
you're making sure they're up and running?
I know they're up and running. I just got to do some updating. I got to make sure, because, you know, we do the video of the week for independent bands.
Yeah.
And that's on asgardradio.com. There's asgardradio.com and asgardradio.org.
AsgardRadio.com is where you can get the live, you can get the stream, you can get the DJs. You can hear when I finally am able to sit down and broadcast more, I will be on.
Yes, the .com is for the station. The .org is for the business.
For the charity work.
The nonprofit.
Right. Okay, so I've got one more thing to talk about tonight before we wrap it up. I ended up calling a former member of the show, and I want to thank him so much for the conversation that I had. It was far and again one of the best conversations I've had since the show had its split last year. And he was a former member of the old show. Fat 420 and I were on the phone. I shit you not, like a couple of fucking high school girls. We were on the phone for 6 hours the other night. Just catching up and talking and hashing things out. And I, Fat 420 did tell me very pointedly that there are reasons behind it, but he will not come to this show to broadcast on the show. And I want to publicly acknowledge that I respect his reasons. And I know what they are. I'm not going to bust them out. It's not my place to say anything about it. But I respect his reasons behind it, and I understand where he's coming from. Yeah, 6 fucking hours. But he is.
What happened? 6 hours?
I was on the phone with Fat 420 for 6 hours. Just catching up.
If I'm on the phone for more than 20 minutes, I'm trying to get off.
Yeah.
The phone.
Oh, God. Don't tell me you're ever going to try to get off with me on the phone. Oh!
No, if I'm on the phone for more than 20 minutes, I'm.
Oh, thanks.
All right, we need to wrap this up.
No, like I was saying. All right. So, no, Fat 420 and I talked for that long. We had a lot of things to hash out, and we got them hashed out. I did not make the offer to come onto this show. He kind of headed me off at the pass on that, and he said, look, there are these reasons that I'm not going to ask. And when I heard do I necessarily agree with his reasons? No. But I do respect why. I respect why he's not going to step up. Okay? That makes sense, Chris?
Yeah.
I think when I tell you off the air, you'll understand a little bit better. We have had just this meteoric rise since we restarted this. And I've been so far be it for me to actually use the cliche, but I've been blessed to have the team that I've got. And Steve, you know what? You let us know when you're ready, and I will occasionally bring you on the Sunday show, because you were such a huge help. And I cannot thank you enough, as things were really tight and I didn't have my co-hosts. I would be more than happy to bring you on to the Sunday show and to hear you tell us horror stories that stretch a week.
Steve, I don't know if I've heard that band. I will listen to it and check them out.
Yeah? What's the band?
Also, anybody out there that has an interest in music and has a couple hours with nothing to do, we're always looking for DJs. We're always looking for people that want to help out with the network.
Yeah. I try to help out where I can. And obviously, Slider and Chris, they are in constant contact with me. They know what's going on and why I'm not jumping in like I should be. One of the reasons is I need to upgrade the damn computers. But the other reasons is just my family and everything else. And I'm tied down. I need to make sure
that is our number one rule. No matter what you're doing, if you got a show, we don't give a fuck. Take care of your family.
Yeah, and I mean, you know where I'm at with that right now.
Yeah.
Steve, you are more than welcome. You say the word on what week you want to be on, and we will bring you on, because I'll tell you right now, Steve had me cracking up. And probably one of my favorite ones that had me cracking up with Steve, Chris, you got to see this. Fab 420, being the great show contributor that he is, sent me this. As soon as it'll come up on the computer here, anyway. Let me get it up here. Okay. Nope, not that one. Oh, God, not that one. Okay. So, this happened for, I'm going to share this, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, check out the screen. The first thing that happened was this.
What am I looking at?
That's Irene.
Is she?
So, this
pulling
was
out her
last
boobs?
week. Huh?
Did Irene pull out her boobs and I missed it?
Yes, you did. Well, she pulled out a lot of her cleavage.
Aw.
And then, what happened next was this look on Steve. And I'm looking at him like, what the fuck?
Put a smile on his face.
Oh, God, yeah, it did. And I'm telling you, the Fab 420 sent me that, and I fucking died of laughter when I saw that. Hopefully Adam will be lifting the short soon and getting it onto Facebook and later on to Instagram and TikTok for you guys. Oh, God, my face like one of absolute horror. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, that's great.
And Chris, you and Steve actually need to be on a show together where you two can have a chat.
Yeah.
Because Steve and I discussed one of the old Mayhem's Amigos old topics. And Steve has an interesting take on it.
Okay.
And I think you need to hear it.
Yeah, we know. We established I fucked up with the Jetta girl.
No, I said Amigos, not Unleashed.
Oh.
I'm talking about the desire. Whoa. Before
Is that what you're
this,
talking about?
Before I highlight this,
you can outsmoke me.
This is going to become an Asgard moneymaker right here. Right here.
You really think?
I am planning this now. I am going to plan this. All right. There it is. The gauntlet is thrown. Steve says he would smoke Chris under the table. I have a plan.
Bring it.
I have a plan to help raise money for Asgard and raise money for the nonprofit to help assist our live bands and to help assist people that are trying to take care of our live musicians as they're driving through. I will map out the plan next Sunday with everybody on the show. And Steve, you are more than welcome to join if you want to join. And then we will set a date to do the Steve versus Chronic Smokeout.
Just to let you know, I'm coming next Sunday. Coming fucking hard.
That's what
right in her face.
Steve says he will be on Sunday. You're on Sunday. We are not doing the competition Sunday. We're going to set it up. We're going to advertise it. I have a plan. And we're going to set up a way to raise some money on it. How's that sound, you guys?
Sounds like some fun.
Not only do you guys get to get high, but we get to raise money to keep our live music connection going.
So wait, are you paying for the weed?
No. You guys got to have your own weed or vape or whatever. Smoking Steve versus Chronic Chris and the Smoke Off. I love that, Adam. Please market that.
Yes.
But no, Fat 420 sent the pictures in, and I'm telling you, I was fucking dying. I was dying. But things are, they're finally, let's say the chickens are coming home to roost. And there's a lot of truth coming out, and there's a lot of people that have done a lot of lying that the truth is now coming out. And it's about time. So with that being the thought there, Chris, are you rolling a fucking joint?
No, I'm trying to figure out why my airbrush ain't spraying.
Well, here, I got something else to figure out. Hang on. I'll go back to the other one for if this doesn't work out, but I want to hear this one. Tell me what you think of this. Oh! I like this for the ending. Damn. Like 70s porn music for the end.
Yeah.
This has been the Sunday night edition of Mayhem's Amigos. Chronic Chris, what are your final thoughts?
There's my final thoughts.
Do you got beer? Oh, weed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a blast hanging out with you fine folks on Sunday evening. Steve, oh, I hit that too hard too quick. I ain't gonna do
Steve
that.
says you got a cough to get off.
I ain't gonna do that when the challenge comes. Yeah, you know, I mean, I've been sitting here painting and doing shit and talking to PJ, but challenge accepted. You know me, people, fucking always look for local bands, independent bands. Go to the show, buy the ticket. You know, you're gonna pay $500-600 to go see a big name when you can pay $20 to go see a local. That's just as good. That needs your participation because they don't have a label behind them. With that being said, always support local independent music. Always watch for motorcycles. And if you ain't choking, you ain't token, bitch.
Well, Steve always says you got a cough to get off. Fab 420 threw in a final thought tonight. He says, weed is good, but smoking weed from the crevice of a big teddy goth girl is better. Steve says Jelly Roll is only $100 ticket.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's on YouTube.
Teddy, damn it, autocorrect.
It's on YouTube. Slider interviewed Jelly Roll when it was still $20 a ticket.
Right. I admit that I'm not the biggest fan of his music, but I like what he stands for. And that's it.
He does have a good heart.
Yes, he does. Jelly Roll does have a big heart. And I think in some cases he's also probably got a big fart.
Boy, it looks like he could eat some chili and cornbread.
I don't want to be anywhere near that ass when it decides to explode. I am TJ.
What's her name?
That is Chronic Chris. This has been Mayhem's Amigos, your Sunday night edition on October 13th, 2024. Please make sure to go to asgardradio.org. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will see you next time. Good night. Bye.